All right, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you had a wonderful weekend. We have two big events this week, and depending on how they play out, we are either going to watch a bubble burst or the markets are going to get a second wind. If you don't know what I'm talking about, we have Jerome Powell on Friday, and then on Wednesday, we have NVDA earnings. But if you're not familiar with what happened at last Jackson Hole, and you're not familiar with the 200% year-to-date rally on NVIDIA, well, I guess these charts should show you how important it is. But Chad, we got a pretty wild week ahead of us. There's not much data. There's a ton of Fed speakers, not much overseas. We are coming off of what? I think 3 weeks now of straight declines. The month of August is already down 4.5%. But like I just showed you, last August in Jackson Hole, it caused a lot of fireworks. And now with the market moving up, everybody looking at Powell, it's not just NVIDIA. People are looking for Powell to say, hey, are you going to claim victory on inflation, or are you going to go and beat up the markets like you did last year? And then again, NVIDIA, if they don't meet that $4 billion above guidance that they issued last quarter, oh man, Chad, it's going to be wild. So I hope you're ready for it. I got a quick recap for you. All I need from you is a thumbs up on the video. Make sure you're subscribed. And if you don't know, we are live Monday through Friday, 30 minutes before open, youtube.com/the stock market. We will see you there in the morning. Oh, and wait, hold on. I need your help, please. I need your help. Today is Sunday. Tomorrow is Monday. This is the random account generator. What we ask on this watch list, you post a random option trade, strike price, expiration date, all of that good stuff. Keep it below $100, and we are randomly going to select a play from the comments. But we've got a couple, Chad. You've been getting some. I might even take some profits on this, but let's go. We need your help, Chad, so keep it up. But now, wait, no, they wanted this. Run it, baby.
Walking to the couch, it's the 2020 legs. Live in the hills, but I still get a spread. Started with a live, but I still reinvest it. Feel how I feel, then you feel like a blessing. I just want the lesson, I just want protection. I'm up and I'm down, but the sound like progression. Farmer never plans if he waits for perfection. Fingers to the down, hold it.
But right off the bat, Chad, I hope you enjoyed the intro. We got a couple of things. Like I said, it's all about Jackson Hole on Friday. That is when Jerome Powell will be speaking. Jackson Hole does start a couple of days before Jerome Powell, but no one's really going to care until that Friday. There will be a lot of Fed speakers, but besides that, it's going to be all about NVIDIA. There will be a couple of other earnings, Dollar Tree, TD Bank, Futu. I think Baidu is going to be Tuesday morning, even Zoom Monday after hours. You even got Macy's and a few others, but if you haven't noticed by now, earnings season is definitely wrapping up. So NVIDIA, that's going to be the main event, but now this other chart that I have for you, what you are looking at is the average Jackson Hole move. So everybody keeps talking about last year, like I'm telling you right here, it was last year when you saw the market give up the most hated rally, and a lot of people have asked about this. How does this compare? We brought this up on a recent watch list, and we were just saying, as we started August, this has been a sell-off from the beginning of the month, whereas last year, we were actually rallying into August before Jackson Hole brought us down. But why was this called the most hated rally? Because we went from that 360 all the way up to 430 in about like a month and a half, or like a little bit less than that, and then Jerome Powell killed us at Jackson Hole. That is why everybody is so cautious about what is going to happen this Friday. But you even compare it, we've had a big rally here, and you've moved around, but we did not do it that fast. So we're going to see, but going back to that chart here, this is the typical performance. So if you look at all the other Jackson Holes on average from like 1998, the average return is about a 0.4% gain. So what analysts and people are saying is that even though last year did bring us down a lot, usually Jackson Hole is a positive event the week after. That's what this chart is. Not the day of. This is all the week after, and then the yellow line, that's the standard deviation. So it's going to be interesting pretty much. It should be something where the markets get info and they like it, but after last year, everybody is worried. So now, what are going to be the main effects or the main things you want to watch for with Jackson Hole? It's very simple. Does Powell pretty much want to attack the markets, or does he try to claim victory on inflation, or does he play that data dependent card? And depending on how hawkish he is towards it, think about the minutes last week. Remember that hawkish pause and just reading it in writing what you got from the minutes, even though it was all disclosed at the Fed meeting that brought the market up this last week, it started to make us go down. If they pursue something as hawkish as that, if Powell sounds that hawkish, that will be negative. However, if he tries to play both sides, maybe it becomes a non-event. Otherwise, some people are thinking there is a possibility. Maybe Powell tries to even talk the markets up. So we will see what happens. Like I said, I think there's a 30% chance that he pretty much attacks us. Other than that, I am kind of leaning towards he does nothing or bullish. Pretty much neutral bullish is what I am expecting. So we will see what happens with that. But now for the other main event, it's going to be NVIDIA. And like I told you, there is going to be data, I think Monday, Tuesday, or like Tuesday, Wednesday, it'll be like new home builds, building permits. Then like Wednesday, Thursday, you're getting Richmond Fed and some other manufacturing numbers. But it's going to be all about Powell and Jackson Hole. Fed speakers from like Tuesday all the way down to Friday. And then now NVIDIA on Wednesday after hours. This one's very simple. They gave the market a lot of hype. The AI bubble, if you don't remember, they came in $4 billion above expectations last quarter, and that was because of this unprecedented AI demand. The bar has already been set high. They've gotten upgrades and even had people raise guidance. Analysts have raised guidance coming into the earnings. They need to go and not only hit that $4 billion, but now people want to see how they guide in the future. Pretty much, if we get good Powell, bad NVIDIA, that will have an interesting effect on the markets. If we have bad Powell, bad NVIDIA, I think that is going to take a lot of the lift that we saw pretty much for the second half of this year, or the start of the second half of the year, pretty much since June, or May. So this is going to be the big event. We have to wait what's going to happen. I have no plays on it. I will be watching this as a pre-earnings play, but hopefully you understand. And now the one thing I will tell you is just understand the 1-2 punch, baby. It's NVIDIA first on Wednesday, then Powell on Friday. However both of these play out, I think that is really what's going to be the main event. And then before you know it, it's the end of August, the seasonality of September, and then you only have 3 more Fed meetings, and then you get that meeting in September, the rest of the data, and then we see what happens. But now, let us get into the plays. So, I was about to end it there. I was ready. I was just saying, but no, I do have plays for you. There's going to be a lot this week. We were just talking about NVIDIA. I am definitely putting this as the first play, but do not jump the gun. This thing moves a ton of dollars. If you want to get involved in that day trading activity, I really think you can. However, I definitely think it's been pretty messy since this last sell-off $100 pop thing and then came down. Because remember, last week, people were asking about the pre-earnings run-up. So we have till Wednesday. If it doesn't move too much, or maybe if it moves way too much ahead of earnings, that could kind of justify a play. Otherwise, I may hang out till after it reports and then go from there, and then just think there's so many sympathies if they do good or bad. So keep that in mind. But that is play number 1. Then play number 2, Palo Alto Networks. I don't know if you see it on the chart here. You got to update it on after hours, but they had earnings on Friday and they absolutely killed it. But one part of it, there was new SEC rules on cyber reporting, or how companies have to report about cyber attacks. They benefited tremendously off of it. They're up again. I think this is over 10-15%. Definitely a 2 standard deviation move. Remember, they got above 200, then went to 250 from that last earnings. They have a ton of premium when you look at it. That's the only thing I do not like about this, but they might get an epic bounce off the 200s. That's always been a good level. They have good earnings, and then depending on how this week plays out, especially if we get relief or not, again, it depends on NVIDIA and Powell, then we could see where plays play out, but they're definitely going to be in their own little world starting on Monday, so watch out for Palo Alto Networks. That is play number 2. Then finally, play number 3, a joint of United Steel and MT, but pretty much United Steel, everybody's still talking about this. That deal last week, it's a lot of hype, a lot of movement. You had bidders, CLF, you had MT, like I said, That's the play that I'm in. I have 200 shares. I think I'm down on it a little bit. I think under $1 per share, but they made a bid on it last week as well. I think there's one more person involved, but you've been hearing a lot about it. Regulators haven't said anything negative, so we'll see how this one plays out, but definitely watching them. But those are going to be the main plays. As far as anything else, we have two different plays. MPW was a poop show on Friday. Oh my gosh, we talked about it a lot. It was a lot of drama. It was a lot of fun. Not good for the flip shares. Even for the long term, I've still yet to average on this play, but we're waiting for the dividend declaration, and that's it. Until I have the dividend declared, I am not going to be watching it, or I will be watching it, but I'm not going to be buying anything. It's too exciting not to watch, to be honest with you. What do you mean I'm not going to watch it? But in general, still waiting here. The dividend has not been declared. We were expecting it on Friday. Instead, you got a hit piece from the Wall Street Journal, and then the company halted for news pending, and then they came out, then they still didn't declare the dividend, so they got like one more week, man. We'll see what happens. I did make a option play on it because, like I said, I didn't want to buy the shares, and I'm worried about the dividend. You have all these downgrades, people talking about it, the money that's recognized revenue, not recognized, then they're selling off the unit. So much. I'm telling you, this is a good TV show, but it has money on the line. That's why I said I don't want to risk more till I know about the dividend. We could always finesse it from there. So instead, I went with the September 15th $8 options. I grabbed 30 of them, 16 cents a pop, and my idea is if the dividend's declared, that's where we get our upside, get to take a little bit of risk. But if there's any problems that occur with the dividend, it's going to hurt the shares we already have. And if I lose on that option, I would much rather get way more shares at a better price, and then with real info. And then maybe if the dividend does get cut, maybe I don't want it anymore, and then I got to move on. It's too late to apologize. No? Okay. Anyways. But yeah, we're going to be watching FPT, and then finally, the other play I'd just be watching here. I can't load it up on the TD, but I got wheat. So we bought this at like 618, got a nice bounce. It was already like 3-4%. There was headlines about like Ukraine losing like 30% of the crop so far ever since they cut out of the Black Sea grain deal just recently. They even said alternative routes weren't looking good, but in general too, some of the volatility, I think they'll do good. Still going to be riding that play, but I'm ready to take profits on it. So we'll see where it goes from here, but that's pretty much going to be it. Waiting for the events, Powell and NVDA and Chad. It's going to be a wild one, and now we find out, do we freak out or not? Get ready for the end of the year, all that good stuff, but that is your watch list, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure Hydrate Healthy ready to go. Make sure you post your watch list. Make sure we see you there in the morning. I need the armor on. I need the helmet shining, and I need you to remember, you make a choice. It's your choice. You got to be where you want to be, and you choose where you want to be. So what I want you to remember is that you have the upcoming end of the year. It's almost a new year, and you get to make decisions because, listen, a house divided against itself will fall, and that's internally, dog. That's why you got to do what you want to do. Be where you want to be and go with it. It's okay. Believe in it, baby, and get the long-term and 10% on the way. That's why you got to believe in that, too. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Chad, but it's here. I hope you enjoyed the weekend. I said they scared me on a hurricane, bro. I'm still in like sweatpants and a t-shirt, bro. I was gonna get a rain suit, but I ain't got a rain suit. I said it's like a tropical storm now. He said category 3, bro. It's good though. Amen. We did it. Actually, I don't know. Maybe we'll see. We'll see when I wake up. But I love you. God bless you, Chad. Finger to the sky. I'll see you in the morning. Let's have a good week. Amen. All right. All right, peace out. See, it wasn't even that awkward. Hey, man, throw the rock up, bro. What's up? They don't know? No, okay. All right, I see. Y'all were sending me the throwback photos. Bro, I had it on my computer, too. Like, I was getting you that screenshot, and then I got some of your old photos saved.